You're listening to The Bo's Nose, a podcast about QI Roberts Junior Senior High School in Putnam County, Florida. I'm your host, Mr. Bose. Today, I have guests in the studio to help us talk about coming back to school in the 2023-2024 school year. So thank you for joining me today. Please introduce yourselves to our listeners.
Hey everybody, my name is Joe Theobold and I'm the principal. Been that way for 4 years. This will be my 5th year at QI Roberts.
Hi, I'm Sharice Williams and I will be the assistant principal this year.
Thanks for joining me today. So some new questions, some similar questions. First one is, what is your favorite QI story or tradition?
So I'm going to jump on this one. That's got to be, story or tradition. It really boils down to the t-shirt cannon. It's my favorite thing ever. It makes me feel super cool. I get excited about pep rallies because of the t-shirt cannon, and I may have broken it last year, so we might have some repairs to do. But yeah, but there are great QI stories, including escaped goats and random dogs that show up on campus. But it's got to be the t-shirt cannon for me.
Well, I am looking forward to learning and enhancing and developing new traditions and favorite things about QI.
Absolutely. So, next question is, if you could time travel, when would you go and why?
If I could time travel, where would I go and why? I am going to time travel to the future, because I am excited and looking forward to retirement and all of the things that retirement has to bring. So I'm not sure where I'll be. However, I will be doing what I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do it.
I would also definitely time travel to the future. One of my favorite movies ever is called Raising Arizona. And the closing scene of that movie, if you haven't seen it, it's incredibly funny. But the closing scene of that movie is this guy kind of daydreaming into the future about him and his wife. And this kid, it's a long story. But that's what I want to see myself older than I am currently. And I'd also like to see just kind of how Naomi ends up, how we end up, and just kind of what the future holds for all of us. That'd be pretty exciting.
Wonderful. And before we get into it, of course, I have to ask, quality, integrity, respect, which one and why?
So I am going to stick with integrity because integrity is doing what is right when no one is looking, and that's holding yourself accountable for being excellent in all endeavors.
Yeah, I'm sticking with integrity just like I always do. Without integrity, there is no respect. And without integrity, there's no quality, or the quality may be someone else's. So yeah, integrity for me.
Very good. What is anything fun and exciting that the two of you did over summer break? Although it wasn't a break, I guess, for y'all, but
fun and exciting. Didn't do a lot of things this summer. I did quite a bit of work. We went to some conferences and workshops and things like that. But no, probably the most fun I had was getting up early and going to the beach and watching the sunrise. So that was about it for me for fun this summer.
Oh, and I had lots and lots of fun this summer. Starting here at QI, I have had the opportunity to work closely with Mr. Theobold and learn some of the ways of QI. I got to attend a Cambridge conference, which was very exciting for me. Also, I enjoy watching Trenton play basketball and football, so I got to do a lot of that on the weekends. And something very exciting that happened was he is a senior, and we've been preparing for our senior year with senior pictures, and it's really something that I'm looking forward to this year. So I've had lots of fun with learning and preparing my senior
Very good. So let's start talking about the 2023-2024 school year. So as the students come back, what are some changes around campus that they can expect and maybe should look forward to?
We have some changes. First off, something you can look forward to. Mr. Johnson has hooked up these misting fans on the sidewalk, and they're amazing. They're the coolest thing ever. So as you're walking down the sidewalks, you will be able to kind of be cooled off in the extreme heat at the beginning of the school year. We've done some beautification around campus, as we do every summer. So I'm looking forward to students seeing that and just kind of checking it out and letting us know what they think. Some of the other big changes will be kind of some policy changes. First off, there are state laws that have changed, including cell phone use at school. We'll be explaining that as the students enter next week. But it's going to look quite a bit different as far as what the expectation is, and that's coming down from Tallahassee. But then also our school, we've got some policy changes too. The biggest one, I think, is going to affect our seniors. So once you turn 18 years old, you have quite a few rights that you didn't have before. But if you're used to seniors checking out and running and getting lunch and then coming back, we're not going to have that anymore. If you check out during the school day without having an appointment or a doctor's appointment or something like that, you will not be able to come back to school. So that's going to be an important one. If you want to go to the rest of your classes for the rest of the day, you're going to have to stay in school. I think that's going to help us have more safety, because Highway 100 can be dangerous, and fewer disruptions and fewer tardies, because sometimes the line at Zaxby's is a little too long.
All right, very good. So there's a lot of things that happen at QI, and there's a lot of different clubs and stuff that happen. But for the two of you, are there any exciting projects or events happening this year that you specifically want to call out and highlight?
So I am looking forward to the QI Way. I had the opportunity of participating in the FFA banquet last year and the award ceremony. So this year, I am definitely looking forward to FFA. Our field trips that QI go on, our band has their first marching performance on October the 7th. So I'm just looking forward to what QI has to offer and things that students and parents can come out and participate in.
Yeah, it's all the things. This time of year, I'm just looking forward to people getting back on campus. This week has been so much fun having teachers back. But specifically, I'm looking forward to the pinning ceremony. I think that was super cool last year. I don't think we got the participation that I would expect, but I think seeing how that was the first year of us doing it, I think maybe participation wasn't where it needed to be, and we will do a much better job with it this year. But the event itself was amazing. Just being recognized for your academic achievements, and just putting our best foot forward as far as what we're doing and what makes us different out here. So I'm looking forward to that pinning ceremony in October.
Absolutely. And I'm going to put in there a shameless plug on the podcast for the not only the pinning ceremony, but we do have varsity jackets. You'll probably see some of the seniors wearing theirs around. So listeners, if that's something you want, any grade can buy them, and then you can just add your letter and your hardware as you accumulate that. So check out the school website for more information on that, as well as our new Spirit store. So for the two of you, personally, what are you most looking forward to this year?
This is going to be awful. I am looking forward to having a pretty darn normal year. My first year here was the 1920 school year, where we, stopped going to school for a quarter. The next year was the weird year with the masks and everything. The year after that, I decided I was going to attend a course. The year after that, I decided I was going to teach a course. And this year, I'm just going to be a principal. And we're not going to have a pandemic. And we are not going to have a catastrophic event that's going to throw everything into confusion. And I'm just going to be a principal, and it's going to be fantastic. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, this year I'm looking forward to helping and supporting QI enhance their excellence in all endeavors, and I am excited about my Trenton graduating from QI Roberts.
Absolutely. Should have lots of fun memories for you in Trenton this year. So, Mr. Theobold, you might take more of this one, but you shared with us yesterday, with all the teachers, kind of your goals for the school. So, what are the goals for the school this year?
Okay, so specifically breaking down into numbers, I would like to see our English and language arts state scores. So that's your FAST assessment. I'd like to see those around 90% this year. We were all the way up to 86% last year, which is phenomenal. And we just need to keep moving forward. Same thing with civics and with biology. Civics, we're shooting for 95. Biology, we're shooting for 90. The math got all the way to 80% last year. Now, bear in mind, a couple of years ago, our math mastery rates on state exams were in the 50s. And then here we are 2 years later, and we were at 80% of our students taking state exams, passing that exam. So that's been fantastic growth. And for math, I'd like to see that at around 85%. We won't know our state ranking for a while, just because it was a new year for assessments. But last year we were 47th in the entire state of Florida, and I expect us to kind of break into that top 30, maybe even into the top 25, and that's what I'd like to see us as a school. And I think we're within reach. I think we can do it. And that's going to be a fantastic thing for Putnam County, a fantastic thing for our community and our students. To have one of the best schools in the state of Florida and be recognized as such. We're always looking to get 100% of our senior class graduating with their ACE diploma, that 100% Bright Future scholarship, going off to college, getting their tuition paid for. That's huge. And each year we get closer and closer. I'm looking forward to seeing what our scores will be here in about 10 days when we get scores from Cambridge. And, in about a week, now that I think about it. When we get our scores from Cambridge, and we'll be able to determine, what percentage of last year's graduating class got their ACE diploma. So just great things are happening, and the last thing you want to do, the last thing that we want to do at QI is say, yep, well, we've accomplished that. So we're just going to kind of hold still. We've got to keep getting better. Even if that better is just 1% better each year, that's what our goal has to remain.
Very good. I look forward to hope the students buying into that and really getting there. I'm personally proud of the math results, obviously.
Yeah, they were huge, and the results over the last couple of years have just been amazing. So I could tell a great story about math, and I'd love to tell it to folks anytime they'd like to sit down and talk. But our math department has really done amazing things.
All right, so the last thing I have for the two of you before we kind of sign off here today is, what is the message that you would like to convey to students, parents, staff, any of our listeners about the exciting opportunities that lie ahead?
So what I would like to convey to our parents, students, and staff and community is that QI has really, really shown a great example of excellence in all endeavors, and we're pushing forward to enhance that excellence, and I'm looking forward to support and help in any way that I can.
I think too, what we offer and what we have to keep in mind as a school community, and for the folks who are out in the community who might be listening to this, is that you are what you surround yourself with, and we have continued to watch that happen here at our school as far as the growth that we're making as a school. But that growth that we're making as a school, that's about the individual people. It's about the growth that our teachers are making and their efforts to become great at their calling, their path, their career. But it's also about the students and what they're doing. So we're getting the best students. They're coming out here understanding that they're coming here for a challenge, and then that they're picking up that challenge each and every day. And that's what makes you better. That's what makes you the best that you can possibly be. And so I really look forward to continuing to see this opportunity for students to go to this school for 6 years and come out not just as a graduating high school senior, but come out as the best version of themselves at 18 years old that they could possibly be. because they've challenged themselves. They've shown up at a place, and they've got a place where they can come and show up and challenge themselves each and every day, and that's what the expectation is on a daily basis. So I'm so happy to be a part of that, and I'm so happy to be able to buy into that. So that's what I say. People need to know about this little school on the tree farm up here on the hill. Is that's what we do? Is we make ourselves and everybody else around us better each and every day.
Very good. And I want to piggyback on that a little bit and share something that Mr. Theobold, you had shared with me a couple days ago, in that what we do here at QI has spread through the community support and through our students to the point that we're recruiting students back to public schools and away from other counties that traditionally people say, oh, I'm going to send my kids to that county because it has better schools. And I am personally kind of proud of that, you know, you've led all of the students and the staff to something that people see and want.
Yeah.
And we have room for more. So if you're interested, reach out.
That's right. Please pick up an application in the office. And that's huge. We have seen a huge uptick in private school transfers, which is fantastic. I don't think that there's a school you can get a better education at than at QI Robertson. I truly believe that, private or public. And that's a testament to the job that we're doing. But yes, we're also pulling kids from all of the surrounding counties, from Flagler County, St. Johns County, Marion County, Alachua County, Bradford, Clay County. We have students from all over the Northeast Florida region that are coming to our school because they know what we have to offer. So I'm looking forward to the experience that they'll have and the experience that we all get to have getting to know them.
Very good. So that wraps up another episode of The Bows Knows. Thank you, Mr. Theobold and Ms. Williams, for taking the time to sit down with me. Listeners, if you like the podcast, subscribe on your favorite podcast player of choice so you don't miss out on future episodes, and please share with your friends. Until next time, excellence in all endeavors.